Hello lovelies, welcome to today's video. So yeah, this video is a little bit late. I got caught up binge watching a show on Netflix, don't we all? But anyway, I'd been meaning to stop hours ago, but it was just so good. So this layout is to go with is for my Flutterby Designs post. So we're not doing blog posts anymore. We are posting to the Flutterby's Instagram and Facebook page, and I'll add the links to those so you can go check it out. But yeah, so it was my turn today, and I decided to break out the We Run the World collection. Now this is an older collection, but it's one that I love very, very much, and I tend to grab this collection out every time I scrap a picture of my niece lately. So I think it's the only time I've actually ever used this collection. Obviously, I do a lot of boy layouts because I have the boys, the nephews. It's a very boy-based family. So when I get pictures of my gorgeous little niece, I tend to like to go all girly because I don't get to do that much. And this is one of those pictures. Now I love this picture. I've mostly worked on her first 12 months of life album, so her first year. But every now and then I just get a really, really cute picture that I just love so much. And that's what this picture is all about. I was taking some selfies and she was next to me, but as soon as she saw that the camera was around, she put both her arms around my neck and just cuddled me. It was absolutely adorable, and obviously that's the memory I associate with this picture, and I really wanted to scrap it. Plus it's a really cute picture. Look at that face. So what I did is I started out with some Flutterby color paint, Flutter color paint. It's such a mouthful. And I put a little bit onto... well, I mixed it up on a palette with a lot of water, so I made it very water-based. And then I used my brush and put it onto a piece of acrylic, acetate. Acetate. You know when you get a stamp and it comes with two little pieces of that, is it acrylic? Maybe it is acrylic. I tend to use one of them. It's the smush technique, it's the packaging technique. It's just, I find that this works just as well without having to look around for packaging. But anyway, so basically then I'm kissing the paint to the page in random areas, but I am staying off to the left hand side. I wanted to do this layout and make it all heavy on one side. So then I got out my Art Foamies. I'm doing a very monochromatic paint palette. So off to the right hand side, you can't see it, but I have an acrylic block, and that's what I'm using as a palette to mix up my paint. So I used the exact same color, but then I added some white to it, and I've stamped some of the mark making stamps. The hearts were the same color of pink, just not watered down. So I've just applied it. I tend to apply it with a brayer. So when I'm using Art Foamies, I put my paint out on a palette and I roll it out with a brayer here, as you can see here. So this is how I ink up my Art Foamies the majority of the time. And then I wanted to bring a pop of black in, not too much, but just enough to really just stand out. So I've got some more mark making Art Foamies, and then I'm going to bring in some of these diamonds, and that's gonna be it for the background. I'm gonna add some splatters to bring in some more black, and then that's gonna be it. So I really love this background. It was such a great process, so much fun to do, and I love the look. So like I've mentioned in a lot of my mixed media videos, when I tend to do a very busy mixed media background, I don't tend to embellish a lot. And yeah, it's sort of the same. So at the beginning you saw me go through the We Run the World collection, and basically I was going through all the Everyday Etc cards, the filler cards, and looking for some bits and pieces, and I pulled out a fair few things that I liked, but it's this little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 is a septagon. This little card up here with the shapes. Wow, I'm really showing my bad geometry here, aren't I? But this card on the left, I really liked it. I thought this would be great to fussy cut as an element on the page. I still wasn't sure if I was going to use it, but I pulled out a whole bunch of things, and now I'm just going to put it together. So I'm layering the photo first on a very pale card, and then because I wanted it to really pop off that background, I decided to add another layer a bit darker. But first I'm gonna, just have a look with my placement. So I've decided to use this, The World Is Yours, as my title. This was also a part of another quote card, and I just trimmed it down. The majority of this card was actually green, but it had this really cool pink part that obviously matched my background. So I decided to fussy cut that out, and I'm going to use that as my title. So now I've got another darker color just to really pop this off the background, because I really did want to make it stand out. I'm going to add some foam to all of this when I'm done. So first I'm going to adhere my 2 layers together, but I wanted that geometric piece to actually be between my background layers, if that makes sense. So I'm going to try and wedge it in there, and then I'm going to add my foam and pop it up from my background. So I just use craft foam that I buy in sheets from pretty much any cheapy store I go to. If I see that they've got a packet, I'll get it. When I'm doing a mixed media background, I tend to use glue to adhere it to the background itself. So you'll see me use double-sided tape to adhere the foam to my layers, and then to attach the whole thing to my background, I'll use my white glue. I tend to use the same glue. Can't remember. It is that purple, the one with the purple label that's acid free. This tends to be the glue I use all the time. I've used it for years because I'm able to get it and I like it. So yeah. So as you can see, I'm just cutting up pieces of foam. I keep all my offcuts and store them in my top drawer next to my desk, and then I pull them out because it works really well for these little odd shapes. And I'm also popping up the geometric fussy cut piece as well. I think. Yes, I did. And then because I'm putting my title across that, I'm going to pop that up as well. So it's late, can you tell? I hope I'm not rambling too much. But yeah, so this, like I mentioned at the beginning, this video is to go with my Flutterby Designs post that went up earlier today. I didn't get a chance to finish the video. But yeah, so I'm just adding this all together now. And like I said, I love this layout. I really do love how mixed media it is. Sometimes I fall into the trap of my mixed media layouts tend to fall in the same pattern. Things start to look the same. I don't know if that happens to you, but it happens to me a lot. So breaking out of that pattern and that formula really, really works for me. And I just love how this came together. And this is a lot different to a lot that I've done in the past. So I'm quite happy with how it turned out. So I'm just using my gel medium there to weigh that down a little bit, and then that's about it. I'm just going to add a few little stickers from one of my Flutterby Designs sticker sheets. It's one of my absolute favorites because some of the quotes are really, really nice, but then some are really snarky, so I really love it, but it's running out a bit. But yeah, I'm just going to add a few of those, and then that's it for the layout. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll be back real soon with a new one. Bye for now.